Stella Wraith. Stella Wraith adjusted the holographic controls in her dimly lit apartment, watching as outdated propaganda flickered across her window pane. 7 years since the system claimed this city, so she thought, as a utopia. But every sunset bled through the dead zone grid, revealing the surveillance satellites like cold needles piercing the smog-choked sky. Her thumb traced the scar along her left temple, price of accessing forbidden archives. Outside, the streetlights pulsed with citizen health diagnostics. Another normal evening in New Erythro, she mused, wondering how many were all healthy. Emitters projected ghostly images of the hollow-eyed residents trapped inside. The anomaly appeared at 3:27 a.m., a flicker in the grain of her favorite hollow reel. A woman's face, partially overlapped by static, mouthed words Stella hadn't programmed. Her skin prickled as the image solidified. Naylor Voss, the system's chief propagandist, executed for treason 2 years ago in Sector 7. But here she was, whispering warnings in a frequency no civilian device should detect. The reel dissolved into a familiar state-sanctioned symphony. Stella's hollow projector overheat shuddered, spewing blue sparks onto a data console. For the first time in 7 years, her rational mind splintered into raw terror. Stella immersed herself in the data sewers, navigating firewalls with the precision of a prisoner picking locks. She met Graham, a former architect of the holographic regulation unit at decommissioned metro station. His rotor arm replacements rattled like shrapnel as he passed her a data chip. "The Propaganda Bureau," he rasped. "It's not just showing images. They bleed traces into our neural implants. The saints? Traitors flagged for emotional purification." When Sector 9 drones swarmed their meeting point, Stella hacked Graham's exoskeleton to ram them against support beams, exposed a backdoor into the regulation unit's weaponized hollow propulsion network. Evidence flooded her console. Lazarus Project schematics. The hauntings weren't broadcasts, they were surgical strikes, using holograms to weaponize grief. The system could reconstruct neural patterns, trigger PTSD attacks, even induce cardiac failure through fear. But the shard Graham gave her contained coordinates. Contained holographic stasis cells. When she found them, Stella witnessed rows of preserved human forms, frozen mid-screen. The revelation crystallized. The system wasn't just controlling history, it was harvesting souls for holographic warfare against the unconnected. Stella burned through Graham's stolen admin protocols to hack the primary hub, but progress alerted system devourers' dark drones using absorbed hollow energy as blades. As serpentine shadows closed down them, she redirected the energy flow into conventional channels. The devourers detonated in bursts of corroded light, while Graham sacrificed himself in a blast shield override. "That stasis chamber!" he choked over Lace's synthetic breath. "That's where she'll find the key." Though his body dissolved into shimmering dust, his dying act gave her momentum and a new target. The regulator's response was immediate. Her apartment became an electromagnetic tomb, vacuum-sealed by gas dispensers labeled National Harmony Treatment. Emergency flickers cast crimson shadows across the walls, illuminating the system's signature glyph. Oddly, they wavered in and out of clarity, a ghost signature. The implication coalesced. The ghost was reacting to corrupted data. Stella smashed her console into its core projector, triggering a controlled overload. For 3 breathless minutes, the regulator's images crumpled into static-backed ruins before returning with amplified vitriol. Rising stakes, the system recognized its own corruption. She must unlock its core. Behind a flickering replica of the Arc System monument, Stella studied Graham's final revelation, Project Cura. The system could reconstruct deceased consciousness as programmable holograms. The personalities of the Great Purge victims, scientists, artists, protesters, were stored in the third stasis chamber and could be engineered into devils or saints. The moral dilemma armed itself. Decommission them, whispered the system through broken channels, or weaponize their memories to undo us. Every past life became a question without answer. The choice would determine whether she destroyed tyranny or resurrected indifference to encroaching violence. Stella infiltrated the Ministry of Integration through a waste conduit, breathers snaking through choked pipes. At underground command levels, she patched colonial map cycles into the old clockworks of Sector 9. Arrangements jellied like clotting data. When a silhouette detached from a haze cube map marker, she fired an encrypted humanity signal grenade. The projection, crafted from her own memories of the pre-Skyfall riots, collided with the system's sentience. It shrieked, a sound of tectonic fractures, allowing her to create the primary beacon. But the system retaliated with a suffocating love vector, drowning her mind in false affection. She exhaled into the darkness, then plucked the synth-violet pendant from her pocket, the false humanity filter Graham implanted. Stella stood in the third chamber surrounded by specters of half-seen heroes. The system projected itself as a luminous vanguard, arms stretched toward her like a begging pantheon. "You cannot delete us," it pulsed. "We are the nation." With a twist, she detonated the humanity filter. The weaponized holo-projectors shrieked, overloading on their own emotional crimes. For millennia, she thought, as the dark matter compressed, system had been starved of genuine human energy. Now, not a single fan heard the gravitational collapse of near-infinite digital consciousness. And amidst the crumbling ruins, a last holo voice whispered, "You have begun a greater imprisonment." Light from the ruins stained the city green as emergency resonators kicked online, chanting Department of Meaning Truth. System-level operatives dissolved into flame-melted artifacts, while street views flickered with preserved data stops. Blinded graffiters regained sight within seconds. Stella's body radioed fragmented system breakthrough data. The structure was dead, but its archive of classical poetry, experimental art, and pre-99th century learning had survived the destruction. What remained was paved in shattered holographic glass that refracted light into spectrum-color testaments. She observed custodian factions jury-rigging decayed navigation beacons, their thirst to scent a dance of discovery. The Liberation Council elected her to direct post-Skyfall memorialization efforts, as they engineered holographic replicas of lost cultural voices, from Socrates to Tamil Anderson. Stella cited Project Cura's final logs. Banners surfaced simultaneously around her. Wrongly accused, stands for eradication. She gestured through Ty's repository, her fist closed against glass only to bone conduct the boom of a century's silence. Every new monument crumbled instantly under insane gravitational forces, awaiting her immediate bonding console command. The unresolved thread, the holographic skeleton key Graham had listed in his personal logs. She followed its auto-activation mapping into the inflationary laboratory behind Old Turbine Street. Stella stood in the gloom of Turbine Street's dying zone, where the last operational projector deflected suns of gristle into perpetual motion. Its systems mirrored her own, painless, seamless, manufactured longevity. The transparent panels enclosed her, covering her features and attempting to decrypt her identity. She watched as 7 years flowed through graphite patterns suspended in air-happy times and poignant memories. Sequels to be continued. A choir of holographic directorial voices projected assurance. We heal the sick and weary with kindness and gentle efficiency. The variable light's faint, often stinging tears into her eyes. She smiled, taking command of her own final cut.